Women of Reddit, what do men do that they think is okay but is actually creepy? Maybe it's just me, but asking if I live alone. Now, if at this point of inquiry there was an already established friendship, I suppose it's okay. But if you are a stranger or an acquaintance, that would freak me out. Follow you around while you're out, because they want to keep talking to you after you've already made 2 attempts to end the conversation. It's not most men at all, but there was one man who acted super creepy and seemed to think it was fine. I worked with this guy back when I was 18. The 2 of us, as well as some other coworkers, would hang out all the time, and I was generally friendly with the guy. Same sort of friendly as I'd use with anyone else, but I guess it made him obsessed with me. For about 5 years, he would constantly message me telling me how amazing I am. Sure, he clearly seemed to think that was a good idea and it would make me feel good and I guess make me into him. Or maybe he already thought I was into him. Point is, if someone turns you down, they probably aren't playing hard to get. Try once. If they turn you down and you suspect they're playing the stupid hard to get game, then ask them directly. Don't pester them constantly for years. That is scary behavior. And yes, I did block the guy eventually. Then he started making alternative accounts to add me with. That's where we're getting into stalker territory though. TL. Doctor, when someone says no, you should back off. Not turn into a stalker. Asterisk, some people are still coming in with confusion. Let me reword it. Someone messaging you daily about how beautiful you are is not a nice compliment. It's scary, especially after making it clear nothing's going to happen. When I am walking down the sidewalk, follow me slowly in a car while trying to talk to me. I fucking hate this. I've got curly hair and I'm sick of men thinking they can just come and grab a coil of hair and pull it like I'm some kind of slinky spring. Don't touch my fucking hair and don't call me moody when I tell you to stop. ETA. Seems like it's people with curly hair, colored hair, long hair, no hair and facial hair all suffering together here. Also, I've not had many women reach for my hair, but obviously they do. Please don't touch our hair without permission. It's such an intimate thing to do for a lot of us. My wife had a boss that would come up behind the ladies and start giving them shoulder massages. Not cool, dude. Edit. Wow, this blew up. No, she didn't work for Joe Biden, lol. She was a resident at a hospital. The guy doing it was an attending physician. He did it to all the female residents. Not that it matters, but he was in his 50s and kind of looked like Danny DeVito's penguin. It was bad because the power dynamic between residents and attending made it hard to say much, especially at the time. Touching my tattoos when they asked to see them this year. It's crazy how many don't understand personal space boundaries. Just why? I assure you, they're real. Grabbing my wrists. It is a huge ultimate fuck no. You're cute when you're angry. Getting sexually explicit in the first message. If I was X years younger. My workplace is mostly men. There are 3 women and approximately 25 men. I used to bring in homemade baked goods a lot, pumpkin bread, brownies, cookies, s'mores bars and the like. I enjoy being in the kitchen. It's a nice gesture to share. One guy started drawing me borderline inappropriate Minnie Mouse drawings. Not done well. Traced images but with small changes like her bloomers too short. Weird to explain. I'm the exact opposite of a person you'd think would like anything Disney related, let alone sexy Minnie. He said he drew them to thank me for the treats. I stopped bringing in treats, which resulted in everyone else questioning why I quit baking. Very awkward all around. DMs. Hey, I'm not interested. Fuck you, you stupid bitch. Honking, yelling or some form of catcalling while I'm running, or even just walking down the street. I have a large tattoo on my shoulder. and I've had several men come up from behind and move my tank top strap and bra strap to see it better. It's been mostly in grocery stores and Lowe's of all places. Constantly pushing for a date after saying we aren't interested. Like a high school boy having a crush and the girl saying, I just like you as a friend, and they keep pushing like she'll fall in love. Sorry, that's just a fairy tale. Please stop after we say we don't like you. No hard feelings. We just don't want to date you. I've come across a few men who don't seem to understand that I have a boyfriend means I'm not single and I don't want to be pursued or flirted with. Saying anything along the lines of "you're perfect" upon minutes of meeting. Edit, yes. Thinking it's okay to send dick pics by way of introduction. Maybe I'll want to see it at some point eventually, but try saying hi first. Edit. To clarify, I do not want a dick pic eventually. Maybe I'll want to see it in real life eventually, but not if you start with a dick pic. When they walk behind you, they either touch your lower back or give your shoulders a squeeze. Those things are only okay for my husband to do. No one else. It isn't cute or endearing. It's extremely uncomfortable to deal with and makes women avoid you or cringe when you're near. Gay men who grope you and say, it's okay, I'm gay, and not attracted to women at all. Single quote. So step the fuck off my dress, Mary. And keep your fucking hands to yourself like a normal gay person then. When strange men approach me and start asking personal questions like we're on a first date. Dick pics, they were creepy at first, now I'm bored of them and compare them to stuff normally thumbs. When you get messages like, hi hun, 2 hearts face blowing a kiss in a business setting. I draw for a living and regularly get guys messaging me under the guise that they want to commission something, when it's really just an excuse to get closer to me. This will sound blunt and bitchy, but I don't want you. I want your money. You commissioning, or not? Alright, stop wasting my time. Thank you. Putting their hands on your thigh or back casually while talking to you. If I'm being friendly, it's not a signal for you to touch me. Far too many coworkers, creepy uncles, etc. find this okay. Hi cutie, 3 blushes. Face vomiting. 1. Flirting with me in a position where I can't leave, like an Uber or taxi. It's terrifying. One time I had an Uber driver flirt with me the entire time I was in the car late on a Friday night. After a party, I tried to stop responding and he kept telling me how beautiful I was and how I needed a nice man, etc. He actually ended up skipping my street and I thought I was going to die that night. Most of the times when women don't want to talk with you, aren't interested and you keep pushing it, we get scared that we're gonna get assaulted or killed. A real possibility at any time. 2. I've had men who have been on FaceTime in public follow me with their phones talking to their friends about how I look and such, and it's just really uncomfortable because I didn't consent for my body to be recorded and sent to your pals when I'm just trying to get my fucking groceries. I don't have air in my car, but it's so hot where I live so my windows are always down. When I come to a red light, men try to talk to me from their vehicles and it makes me wildly uncomfortable because I obviously can't get away. Dare me to kiss my girlfriend in front of him to prove I'm lesbian. Bye. Disgusting and daily. If you keep going on about how much you respect women, you probably don't respect women. That hassling you for a date because you don't have a BF is not okay. But you don't have a BF. The point is, dude, I'd rather be single than date you. Take the bloody hint. Catcalling. Like, WTF. In what world is someone gonna turn around and be appreciative instead of creep the fuck out? Where's my hug? Quote. Guys who try to assert their dominance by crushing your hand while shaking it. I have arthritis and it is excruciatingly painful. Tell you to smile. It used to make me really uncomfortable. Now I just grin manically at theme this year. Bringing up sex in the first hour of conversation. Dude, I probably don't even remember your name. Don't ask me about my favorite position or when the last time I had sex was. I know you said you're a lesbian, but I think you're cute and wanted to know if you'll give me a chance. Admittedly, that has thankfully only happened to me online, and that is a politely worded version, but I have plenty of friends who have gotten it in real life too. Well, I'm apparently either really unattractive or really unapproachable. Maybe both. But after reading this thread, I don't feel quite as bad about it. Edit. Wow. After 5 years and maybe a handful of upvotes altogether. My first Reddit silver. This sure takes the sting out of being ugly. Thanks, kind stranger, and everyone else for your replies, which I am reading through now. Restrict movement in any way. Pinning me in a corner, holding my wrist down, blocking my escape, etc. may make you feel powerful, but it makes me worry I will be trapped for a while and then dead. Talking badly about their ex and their kids. I'm a single middle-aged woman. I don't know what's going on with some men, but a lot of them regret having kids and are mad about having to give money to their ex to raise them this year. I'm not talking about unreasonable amount of money, but for example $100 for 2 kids at the beginning of a school year. And of course their ex is crazy for asking for it. She's the one who wanted kids. Some have complained about having to spend time with them this year. Why are they telling me this? We just met. It makes them seem so mean and cheap. If you don't want kids, get a vasectomy. Real question. Do the items listed happen to women all the time? My mind is blown at how obviously not okay these examples are. Hitting on a girl while she's on the clock. I had a friend who for a while would always respond to my comments being a woman and sexually harassed or ogled it with the story of how he was such a good guy he saved a girl from being raped at a frat party. I'm not sure if the exact scenario is common, but when guys hear women talking about sexual harassment or assault and launch into the reasons why they're not that guy, it just makes me even more uncomfortable, because someone who isn't that guy shouldn't have to say it every time you talk about sexual harassment. I fucking hate when a guy walks behind me if they're trying to get by, how they put their hand on my lower back. I don't know you. Please don't touch me. It's pretty simple. It happens all the time. What I get from all of this is 1. Actually tell someone if you're trying to pass them, but keep your bloody hands to yourself. 2. Acknowledge their existence if caught at an intersection, but don't flirt or be rude. 3. Talk about things of interest or importance. 4. If she's not interested, accept it as fact and drop it. This is not to say disregard the relationship, friendship. Just don't pressure for more. 5. Dick pics are rarely okay, and even when requested should be met with healthy skepticism this year. 6. Do not assume physical contact within a relationship. 7. If you're making them uncomfortable, apologize. Am I missing anything of importance? Please note these are things I've tried to do myself, though I still struggle with self-confidence, esteem, and always feel as though I'm being too clingy or creepy even when I'm actively trying not to be.